All right, I'm here with Sifu Bob of Reflex Flow Training, Guru Keith, and we're going to talk a little bit about walking sticks for self-protection. This will be another edition of Old Geezers talking about walking sticks. Thanks for being here, you guys. I kind of wish we also had Master Ziggy from Cane Fighters International here. He always has some good opinions on the cane. But Sifu Bob, I'll ask you first, why do you think the cane is such an important self-defense tool?
Well, of course, the obvious is that it has range. So as long as you're aware of your surroundings, you can keep a person at bay from a distance. The other thing is that it doesn't look threatening, especially if you're an older adult like I am. You can walk with a cane and no one's going to question it. So you have a weapon in hand at all times. And I think that's a very big advantage.
Yeah, I agree, especially the fact that it's in hand. I think that is a real advantage to other things that you have to fish out of your pocket or pull from a holster or a sheath or get open if it's a folding knife, right? There's any extra steps to your self-defense are an extra moment where you can fail.
Absolutely.
Keith, what do you think?
I like the idea that you can really scale use of force with a cane or a walking stick, from simply intimidation right through to a skull crushing blow, and anywhere in between there. You've got a lot of options on who your aggressor is and the way you're going to handle it.
Yeah, I think that's really important too, because a lot of times, when you're carrying something like an edged weapon, there's a good chance that as a sane human being, you will hesitate because you don't want to mutilate and kill somebody. I'm not saying that you can't scale your use of force with a knife. You can if you're very well trained, as we know, but it's a lot harder. And legally speaking, an old man with medical issues, which I'm sorry to say we all have our own mobility issues that we're dealing with, has a lot better leg to stand on to say, I had the cane to help me walk and this guy attacked me and I used it, but I didn't carry it to use it. Although we may have a hard time saying that after doing videos like this. But
I think we're stuck on that front.
Yes, we probably are. But, it doesn't look as bad in the public. Yeah, because if you're using a knife, you're looked at as a crazy person. Now, one of the disadvantages, I'll say, is a blunt impact weapon, especially a long one, as you pointed out when we were working earlier, Sifu Bob, is easier to disarm, right? Something with a bit of length, if you hit somebody and don't affect them, or you let them get too close to you and they get a hold of your cane, it's a lot easier to disarm than a knife, right? So
that's why you need to practice and
yes,
being close.
Yes, and you made that point earlier about practice.
Yep. Yeah.
So
any other tool, you need to practice. You need to train with your tools.
Yeah, when I say earlier, we were having discussions about this today. So yeah, if you don't practice, it's very likely that you could fail under pressure. However, weapons like this are very instinctive to use. Anyone who's played racket sports or baseball or even hockey knows how to deliver force with a stick. Lacrosse, doesn't matter. You can adapt motions into a self-defense situation, and especially with racket sports, they really give you coordination with a blunt impact weapon. Some of the best escrimadores I've ever met were actually tennis pros as
That
well.
actually makes sense.
Yeah, racket sports is a great cross-training thing for stick fighting of any kind. All right, any other things that concerns or weaknesses that the cane might have that you can think of, Keith?
Having two hands
Oh,
on a tool is, potentially a disadvantage. You've given control of both of your hands to that tool.
Yeah. I personally I like to use them single-handed quite a bit in my application of the cane.
Yep.
But yeah, especially close range, you got to go to that dos manos.
I think with proper training, the cane may have a few weaknesses, but it really has far less than a lot of other tools.
Well, I think
The advantages outweigh any downside if you're trained.
Yes, and I think the one disadvantage that I have with it is I don't like to look like I need a cane, right? I don't like to look like I'm an old guy.
I'm older, I don't care.
But there is that disadvantage, right? I mean, a lot of us older guys are still prideful, and I think sometimes, I don't know, I don't want to look like I need it, even though sometimes it really helps me when I'm walking, when my sciatica's acting up and stuff. But yeah, the other thing I really think is good about the cane is it gives you something that you can use against other weapons, right? If I smash a guy's hand really hard who's holding a knife, there's a good chance I'll break that hand, right? So it's good against shorter weapons. Anyway.
Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yep.
Well, thanks you guys.
You're welcome.
Well,
Always.
thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right. Hopefully we'll get some more videos like this in the future. Thank you very much. Have a good day, you guys.